A word of caution, Lord SWTOR. If my time investigating Darth Naal's work has taught me anything, she did not like visitors.
I do not fear the dead. I knew the moment you asked me here, you finally understood your limitations. It is no secret. Your role in the hand of the Empire should have gone to me. You are clever, I'll grant you that, but weak. We were never truly equals. Your expertise does have its uses, however. Get on with it.
As you wish. Do you know what this is? No, of course you don't.
The mouse shows some teeth. Amusing. But look at this. You've saved me so much time, Rivix.
Don't do anything foolish. You're right, SWTOR. We are not equals. But you do have your uses. Priority message for Hunter. I found something very interesting.
Kill you.
I don't fear the dead either.
Put it down.
Of course. Tau Adair, isn't it?
I'm not here to talk.
What a shame.
Would you look at that? Perfect timing. Here we go.
I've only just arrived, and you're already here to welcome me. Your hospitality is awe-inspiring.
You found something belonging to Darth Nul?
I believe so. As for what it is, that is still a mystery. I have a theory, but that is all it is, a theory. I brought it to you in the hope that you could confirm it. Colonel Gola and Talos Drellick have been hard at work, combing through everything we've found, using the data to pinpoint other locations that may have been under Darth Nul's control. But their expertise only reaches so far. You, however, have specialists and resources at your disposal that could identify what we've found.
Maybe all the cutting-edge technology in our research laboratory can help. We'll take it there.
To your fascinating Hutt scientist. I welcome the opportunity to speak with him again.
You say that now, but 5 minutes into his theory on heliocentric gravitational constants, you'll be changing your tune.
Nonsense. That sounds fascinating. Lead the way. I am eager to learn what secrets this relic may be hiding.
Not now, Sahar.
Just try. I know you have it in you.
That's not what your precious Jedi said.
It's what I'm saying.
Enough! I found my way without your sorcery. Had to cut my slave collar with this. She gave me a choice. Die or fight back. I fought, and I excelled, Sahar. The day I became a Mandalorian, I knew I found my home.
I hoped you would find success. You always had fire.
I had little choice. Some earn what they have. Some are given everything.
And some lose it all.
You dare speak to me about suffering?
Even the best armor has flaws. Spaces between plates of Beskar steel where blood can be drawn. The events of Runuk have shown me our flaws. I planned for Shevisla to find us. She did. I challenged her and was nearly defeated. An outcome that was not expected. How could my plans so miss the mark? I asked myself. I looked and looked and finally found my answer. Someone did not honor their agreements. Someone valued credits over their own life. Bask's son used one of his pretty machines to make sure I didn't win the duel. He died like a coward. Because of him, we lost Runuk. Because of me, we gained a great deal more. Sahar, can you come up here? This one brought me something taken from the clutches of Darth Malgus. Something so powerful both the Sith and the Jedi race across the galaxy to claim it. With Sahar's help, we can unlock its secrets.
I told you, Hedda. We shouldn't do this. It's not safe.
You're right. It's never safe to change a galaxy. Never easy to fight corruption and hypocrisy. But your brother said you would face anything to restore balance. Each of you will gather the resources needed to make my vision a reality. You will have your assignments, but none will know the whole plan except myself and Sahar. At long last, we will take back what is ours.
I meant to say before, I ran into your old friend when I found Null's relic, Tau Adair. She put up quite a fight. She tries so fiercely to hide her contempt, yet she fails spectacularly.
It sounds like the Jedi are on Darth Null's trail too. We did what they couldn't. We captured Malgus. What makes them think they'll find anything before we do?
Determination, bordering on obstinance. Delusion disguised as confidence. All typical of the Jedi. I'm sure they're desperately searching for their wayward Padawan.
Over here! I do believe I've found something. But first, you must tell me more about this containment device you encountered. What did it look like? How did it work?
The intricacies of the device were fascinating. I would be more than happy to go over the details.
You said you found something, Ogorab. I want to hear more.
Of course. If you can spare a moment, Lord Rivix, we can speak afterward. Until then, I performed a scan that can identify dormant energy signatures, even if all that's left is the smallest trace, invisible to instruments you would find in more modest facilities. From the results, I can say with certainty that what you found is the remnant of a lightsaber. But there is more to the story.
What else did you find?
A very interesting clue. My equipment also found microscopic fragments of the lightsaber's power source. By all indications, the crystal used to construct the weapon originated in the Adika system.
That is curious. Before recent decades, Sith did not typically use Adigan crystals. They were favored by Jedi in Darth Null's lifetime, if she lived as long ago as we hypothesize.
So why did Darth Null have a lightsaber that was built like a Jedi's?
A very pertinent question.
The answer may be more apparent than we think. We know Darth Null created the Children of the Emperor. Perhaps she used the crystals in her method of binding Jedi prey to her master.
What else could she have built with them?
In theory, the possibilities are limitless from all she seemed to know. Someone who does not shy away from knowledge, no matter its source, in order to create, to expand their awareness. It is admirable.
I'm not sure the victims of Null's mind control techniques would agree, but I see your point. This might be the time to speak to Malgus again. You can ask about the interesting discoveries we've made here today.
I can't shake the feeling that Malgus doesn't know Darth Null as well as he thinks he does. There's only one way to find out.
I do not envy you having to attempt any sort of communication with that ill-tempered brute.
Thank you both for your help on this.
It has been my pleasure.
I am more than happy to be of service. Now, Dr. Ogorab, about that containment device.
The chat you had with Dr. Ogorab paints a better picture of what Malgus may have been up to. Darth Null's work on mind control says a lot, but combining Sith and Jedi toys? That's big news. Malgus following in the footsteps of someone with Jedi connections is a plot twist I wasn't expecting.
And let's not forget Darth Null's holocron falling into the hands of Heta Kol.
You never slow down, do you?
This coming from you. I've seen you charge into action more times than I can count. Though, truthfully, you are annoyingly adept at it.
Should I cough to remind both of you I'm here?
Not necessary. What we learned about Darth Nul's Jedi influence does give us something to go on, though admittedly not much.
Heads up. Looks like we have a special guest.
Tell these droids to get out of my way. I need to speak to Malgus.
They answer only to the Empress and cannot be overridden, Shay.
Some higher-up is all sweaty about my past contracts with Malgus. They've got no understanding of how those things work.
One of those contracts was destroying the defense grid on Coruscant during an Imperial invasion.
I was there to do a job. I did it and moved on. You should understand that.
Perhaps, but permission to interrogate the prisoner is restricted to a select few.
I'm going to find out if he's working with Hedda, with or without permission.
That's why I'm here. We all need to know more about his plan.
Don't you get it? With the holocron, Hedda is part of that plan, willing or not.
You weren't interested in the holocron when we ran into Sahar.
I wasn't, but I won't let Hedda use whatever's on there to hurt my people. So, what's it gonna be?
I can handle Malgus. I've done it before.
And you've got nothing. Use the same tactics, get the same results. Think about it. I'm the only one here who knows him. I get how he thinks, how he twists everything around, what's really important to him. I can make this happen.
Doesn't change the fact that Shay isn't on the VIP list.
Then put me on comms.
Comms? To listen in?
More than that, Shay can give advice during my questioning.
Malgus had a few bad habits when I worked with him. I'm betting they're still there. If you listen to me, we can trip him up.
Risky, but the situation calls for it.
At least we'll be in full control. If anything seems wrong, we can shut it down.
Stay alert, no matter what. I'm going in. You ready?
Always.
Bottom line, threats are useless against Malgus. He fears nothing. You keep talking about putting an end to what he wants, and we'll get nowhere. Make him think you understand. That's the key to getting anything out of him.
If you just walk me through what it is you want, maybe I can help. Maybe there's another way to finish what you started, a way that others will accept.
Few minds can comprehend my vision.
The two of us do share something special. Most people don't see things the way you and I do.
Perhaps that is why they parade you in front of me.
Good start. Try asking him something.
We did a little digging. Darth Nul actually used some Jedi techniques. That must be a shock to you.
Do you think there is any knowledge of Darth Nul that I do not already possess? It was only a matter of time before you discovered the connection. Her mastery of Jedi secrets is woven into all of her creation. Like her, My vision surmounts Jedi and Sith, Empire and Republic.
Showing our hand wouldn't have been my choice, but it got him talking. Ask about Hedda.
Is that why Hedda Cole is part of your plan? Because she's an outsider too?
I have no need for the Mandalorians or their quarrels. An endless cycle of waste and fodder. Useless.
Big talk from inside that cell.
We fight for honor, for purpose. Not that I would expect you to understand.
They only seek to fight their own. And when the victors emerge, they will turn their weapons on one another. Again and again. None of it will matter when the galaxy burns. I will tear apart the corrupt systems that allow weakness to infect the galaxy. I will stop the rot. I will burn down all of their failing legacies and see who embraces the flame.
More of his mystical Osic. What about the holocron? Does Hedda have something she can use against my people?
Who whispers in your ear? Shave Vizsla.
Cut it out. This is between you and me.
It is too late.
Your thoughts are plain to me, Mandalore the Avenger. Your rage consumes you.
There was a battle, and your prey slipped through your fingers.
Your people are divided, while Hedda Cole gathers her army.
You are right to come begging for answers. Hedda will destroy you.
Where is she? Dinila Hutun! Answer me!
Can you not see it? The past looms over us all, a shadow of unchanging history. There are fools who believe they can outrun the shadow. Without a flame to chase it away, it will consume them. They are doomed to repeat the same failures. None who have stood by my side have understood this. The only one who could have is my enemy. A shame that you and I must remain that way.
Nothing lasts forever.
Greetings. I'm relieved you answered. I must make an unusual request.
What's going on? Is everything all right?
Yes, for the moment. I have been summoned by the three. What they had to say has left me disquieted. Meet me at these coordinates on Voss, and I will explain in greater detail.
I'm no expert on this Voss stuff. Are you in some kind of trouble?
I am in no trouble. The three are leaders of Voss. There was a matter they wished to discuss. Some confusion they wanted clarified.
I sent you to look into the origins of one of Darth Null's relics. I haven't heard any updates.
What I found. It is best if I show you in person. I will await your arrival.
Voss. Well, at least it's nice this time of year.
We have enough mysteries to contend with without getting the Voss involved. They're not exactly known for being straightforward. Sana Ray sounded unlike herself. I do hope whatever she has to tell you isn't too troubling.
You have arrived. Good. I have been waiting to show you this. When we first uncovered the existence of Darth Null, I could not imagine that tracing the origins of one of her relics would lead here. When I traveled to the planet in wild space, I found the members of the Force Enclave that I had not been able to reach. They were changed by what they endured there, and by what we found, what you are about to see. Darth Null possessed a talent that was unique among her kind. Through the Force, she could connect her mind to another's. Darth Null could speak to someone's most hidden desires, reach depths of their thoughts they could not reach themselves. Over great distances, she could mentally bond with anyone who could feel the Force. In those who did not recognize their own abilities, she awakened that realization. She was looked down upon for this by those who believed she shared power with the unworthy. She could find no favor among her kind. Darth Null took those who would follow her to an empty world in wild space, where they could do as they pleased, without judgment. Null taught her disciples how to forge mental bonds as she did. They called out to others and invited them to their sanctuary. But eventually, Null made a connection with someone she did not intend. A being of dark malevolence, the Sith Emperor. He hunted her down, using her own power against her. Before the Emperor could reach her followers, Null locked many of their secrets away in the ruins my team discovered. Null and the others fought back against their captors, but their fate was sealed. The Emperor dominated the minds of her disciples, bent them to his will, enslaved them. After that day, Null's followers became servants of the Emperor, and she became Darth Null.
If the Emperor made her Darth Null after she was captured, who was she before?
She was no one. At least, not after she was expelled from the Jedi Order.
You're telling me that Darth Null, the woman that Malgus blindly reveres, she was a Jedi?
For a time. The account of Darth Null's removal from the Jedi is told from her own perspective. We do not know much about what transpired before that, other than what she was called, Master Renaya.
Every time we learn something about Darth Null, it adds more pieces to the puzzle, and we still don't know what she did that inspired Malgus's plans.
But now the truth has come to light. If Malgus wanted to hide it forever, he failed.
All that you found about Darth Null, why did I have to come to Voss to hear it?
After I heeded the Three's request to return to Voss, I heard whisperings. rumors of a vision that caused great concern among the mystics. The three forbade them to speak about what was seen, a revelation centered on Darth Malgus.
Why won't the three let anyone know what's in this vision? It could be something that affects them.
Just as they refused to explain the contents of the vision, they refused to give a reason. It is their right. The three know well the value you would place on hearing the details of this vision, but they would never share them with an outsider, even one of your status, unless you gave them a reason to.
Malgus's plans could mean the end of the galaxy as we know it. What more of a reason do they need?
Perhaps they think there is nothing in this vision that would help you. However, you have the opportunity to convince them otherwise. Despite our best efforts, some of our most sacred temples have yet to be rebuilt in the years since Valen's assault. The Shrine of Contemplation is too deep within Gormak lands. The work is slow, even with aid from the few Gormak who have chosen to continue their alliance with the Voss. The three are overseeing progress at the Shrine of Contemplation now. If you were to approach them and offer your assistance, perhaps you will change their minds about the vision. With luck, they will be receptive to one with your gracious reputation.
I don't want to cause a diplomatic incident or anything. Do you have any advice?
Be conscious of the struggles of Voss. Be considerate of our views. Little else is needed. Here are the coordinates for the Shrine of Contemplation. I will send a message ahead to the commandos there to expect your arrival. It is time. The three have asked you to appear before them. Your actions have left an impression, a rare achievement. They are waiting for you now.
Why did the three call you here? What did they want to talk to you about?
A question I have delayed answering for too long.
What are you talking about?
When the Eternal Empire threatened the galaxy, my presence in your alliance was understandable, but much has changed. The Outsiders' wars no longer concern Voss. We have our own struggles. The three want to know why I do not return and continue my duties as a mystic. After I joined the Alliance, I no longer had access to interpreters who could derive meaning from my visions. For the first time, my actions were determined by my own decisions, and a Voss who chooses to remain with outsiders is a Voss who is forever looked upon with doubt.
I had no idea you chose us over your own people. That must have been difficult, but I'm glad you stayed.
It was a simple choice. You have given me the opportunity to lead, to help others face uncertainty. That is a greater purpose than I ever found as a mystic. I've kept you too long. The three will be wondering what has delayed you.
Outsider, do you understand the importance of this meeting?
From everything I've heard, this honor is rare for my kind. I'm grateful for it.
Your insight does you credit. I believe you are worthy of the knowledge we plan to share. There has been a vision. Its contents are disturbing.
Life will be reshaped. Scales unbalanced.
A wave of change rises and falls, beyond the reach of Darth Malgus.
And as he dreams, he awakens a great power. One that will tear the galaxy apart.
If you know all that, you must know a way to help me stop Malgus.
It is not so simple.
Should Darth Malgus perish, this catastrophe will transpire more quickly.
Haven't your people had other visions of disasters? What makes this one so different?
You are familiar with the visions experienced by our mystics. The role these prophecies play.
What your mystics see is very important to your people, your government, your societal rules. Everything relies on these visions.
And from these revelations, the interpreters show us the path, the decisions we must make to preserve our home, our way of life.
But in this vision, we see no outcome. There is nothing to guide us. The interpreters are united in its meaning.
The three, the Voss. We can do nothing. We are powerless.
This shrouded prophecy will come to pass. The foundations will be shaken, the pillars raised. The chaos is unavoidable. But whatever is to come from this, it is you who will choose the fate of us all.
Our destiny is in the hands of an outsider. Do you see why we shield our people from this?
I do know a thing or two about saving the galaxy. You could do a lot worse. I promise I'll do what I can to protect you from what's coming.
A grand assurance. We will hope it amounts to more than that.
Whatever part you play in this, enemy or ally, none of it will happen without you. You must be ready. We will be waiting.